episode 15 of Season 3 of Smackdown in our WWE 2K25 Universe mode. And we're kicking things off, as always, with the 24/7 Championship on the line. As who's answering the call? It is Kyle O'Reilly of the Undisputed Kingdom and the Conglomeration answering the call for the 24/7 Championship. And obviously, the last time we really saw Kyle O'Reilly here on Universe Mode, he was teaming up with Orange Cassidy of the Conglomeration, and he was actually responsible for Orange Cassidy challenging Kevin Owens a few months back for the Intercontinental Championship. Kyle O'Reilly, obviously, also at Night of Champions last year in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, challenged main event Jey Uso for the Hardcore Championship. Kyle O'Reilly is here looking to win his first piece of championship gold, the 24/7 Championship. And Kyle O'Reilly, you see the Undisputed Kingdom logo. Obviously, Adam Cole and Roderick Strong are part of Monday Night Raw, but Kyle O'Reilly always loyal to his brothers. And Kyle is here looking to win some gold for himself. As here comes the defending champion who won the belt this past Monday night on Raw, returning to SmackDown for the first time in almost a year. Grayson Waller making his way to the ring, looking to defend that championship. It was this past Monday night on Raw where Grayson Waller defeated Tommaso Ciampa of DIY to win that 24/7 championship. And of course, in a couple of weeks, the Elimination Chamber will stem in Perth, Australia. Grayson Waller would love to head to his home country as the reigning 24/7 champion. But if he wants to do that, he needs to keep that championship around his waist. But it's going to be a tough challenge because the Violent Artist Kyle O'Reilly is the first to try to etch his name and challenge for that prestigious 24/7 championship. Our first of two championship matches that we are going to have here tonight on SmackDown. As always, that title is on the line.
Introducing the challenger from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing in at 206 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly.
Can Kyle finally win gold here in Universe Mode? And another thing we got to mention, Grayson Waller, much like on Monday Night Raw, going it alone here tonight. We know Grayson Waller is part of a tag team with Austin Theory, a team known as A-Town Down Under, but Austin Theory not here tonight or wasn't here on Monday Night Raw. So it's very interesting, as that is what it is all about. Our opening contest here on SmackDown, Kyle O'Reilly, the challenger, Grayson Waller, the champion. And here we go. I also had the chance to talk to Grayson Waller before SmackDown got on the air, and he said, quote, he had the home field advantage, even though Grayson Waller has not competed on SmackDown in nearly a year. He's been on the Monday Night Raw roster for almost that time, and obviously this is our opening contest. Kyle O'Reilly looking to wrestle for control. Kyle, the more technical wrestler out of these two men. And a battle of attrition right now, and we're in for a very big episode of SmackDown. Our main event, Jey Uso will defend his Hardcore Championship against the #1 contender Tyler Bate in our main event. We're also going to have the former world champion Roman Reigns return to in-ring competition as he will once again face Juice Robinson. Nice roll through pay dirt there by Grayson Waller. We're also going to have two Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Our first for the women triple threat match between Timeless Toni Storm, Becky Lynch, and Jamie Hayter, who will be the 4th woman to join the Women's Elimination Chamber match. We're also going to have one for the men. The final spot in the Men's Elimination Chamber match. Oh, Grayson Waller with a cover, as it'll be Eddie Kingston, Damian Priest, Will Ospreay, LA Knight, and Samoa Joe, who will get the final spot in the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. As well, we are going to have the World Tag Team Champions, the new World Tag Team Champions, Meta 4, return to in-ring competition here tonight. They will take on the War Raiders in non-title action. All that and more still to come tonight, as these two men still battling for control. Kyle O'Reilly, the challenger, in control of the arm. Kyle O'Reilly does not want to let this title opportunity stem through his fingers. Oh, slip through his fingers, I meant to say. Nice moonsault there by the Violent Artist. Here's the cover and a kick out. Obviously, Kyle is going to have to pull everything in his repertoire if he wants to walk out of SmackDown here tonight, the new 24/7 champion. Well, here we go. Kyle now able to take Grayson down. Kyle O'Reilly is in a world of momentum. Almost won the belt right there. And Kyle needs to keep his foot on the gas pedal. Oh, look at these strikes. Boom! That's a knockout blow if I've ever seen one. Another cover, and almost won the belt again. And Kyle, he could be one move away. Oh, wait a minute. Grayson able to counter. Grayson knew his title reign was in serious jeopardy. And now Grayson on the middle rope. Oh, clubbing axe handle. The arrogant Aussie wants to go to his home turf on the rope. Oh, elbow right to the back. Brilliant maneuver by the champion to retain. No, Kyle getting the shoulder up. What a 24/7 title match to kick off the show. Both men with near falls of their own. And now what does the champ have in mind? Oh, we haven't seen this in a while. Grayson, roll through stunner, my God. To Kyle O'Reilly. This has got to be it. No, what? Kyle still alive. And you see Grayson Waller. He thought that was it. We haven't seen Grayson do that out of ring roll through stunner in quite a while. Grayson thought he had that in the bag. Kyle still fighting. Another roll through stunner. If that first one didn't do it, this one will. Grayson Waller retains the 24/7 championship. What a match. Kyle O'Reilly did very well in this match. He put up one hell of a fight. But in the end, Grayson Waller knew he needed to give everything to Kyle O'Reilly if he wanted to keep that 24/7 title reign alive. Kyle O'Reilly, I am very impressed by that performance. Look at these barrage of strikes by the Violent Artist. That is why he is one of the most prolific strikers in the game. But Grayson able to kick out. And then it was all Grayson Waller from here. Look at this impressive move. Walking the tightrope. Kyle tried to get back to his feet. Brilliant elbow drop right to the back. And then we haven't really seen this ever since season 1. Grayson Waller out of the ring, getting his thoughts, rolls through the middle rope into the stunner. We thought that was it. It was not. But Waller immediately with a second roll through stunner. Very smart strategy by Grayson. And he was able to retain that 24/7 championship.
And still, the 24/7 champion,
Grayson Waller from Monday Night Raw, and still the 24/7 champion. Grayson with a very big goal to go to the Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia, in front of his home people as the 24/7 champion. Can he manage to do that? Or will that reign unfortunately end before we get there? We will have to find out sooner or later. What a victory for Grayson Waller, and still 24/7 champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on SmackDown as it is time for our fatal 5-way elimination match, men's elimination chamber qualifier, as here comes Will Ospreay.
Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 220 pounds, Will Ospreay.
Obviously, it was the main event of the first ever WrestleMania in Universe Mode. Will Ospreay challenged Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship. Ospreay was not able to get the victory. Now, Ospreay looking for redemption to qualify for the men's Elimination Chamber match and try to take that championship from McIntyre in the chamber match in Perth, Australia. It's almost like a poetic fairy tale story, but if Ospreay wants to get there, he needs to beat 4 of the hungriest men on the SmackDown roster and qualify for that chamber match. Ospreay looks ready as here comes the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Well, I don't know why he has the Ultimate Warrior logo on his shirt, but 2K. Well, Samoa Joe obviously has been close to having world championship opportunities, whether it was on Raw or SmackDown. Samoa Joe believing this is indeed his time. Remember, last year on the road to WrestleMania, he was closely involved in the rivalry between Will Ospreay and Drew McIntyre. Now Joe looking to get a WWE title opportunity officially. Samoa Joe has never had a world title opportunity in his Universe Mode career. That can change tonight if he manages to win this fatal 5-way match. Look at Samoa Joe, one of the most intimidating individuals in all of professional wrestling, and he looks ready. Eddie Kingston is back here on Universe Mode. Obviously, Eddie Kingston, a very historic holder of the World Heavyweight Championship. The first WrestleMania, he was able to retain it in the main event of Night 1 against Ilya Dragunov before losing that championship to Roman Reigns at All In last year. Eddie Kingston now looking to get back in World Championship contention, this time the WWE Championship over on Monday Night Raw. Last week, of course, Xavier Woods was able to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Eddie Kingston looks great. Well, here comes a man who's had WWE title opportunities in the past when he was on Monday Night Raw. The Patriarch, Damian Priest. And Damian Priest. Damian Priest, a lot of history with a lot of men in this match and a lot of men in the Elimination Chamber match. Obviously, more specifically with the undisputed champion Drew McIntyre. It was around Bad Blood season last year where Damian Priest had a WWE title opportunity against Drew McIntyre. Will Ospreay was the special guest referee. Damian was unable to win the WWE Championship. And then, of course, Backlash last year, Damian Priest faced Eddie Kingston, who's in this match, in a San Juan street fight. Damian Priest was so close to winning that world title, but Damian now could have an opportunity to challenge for that WWE Championship once again if he wins this match. Well, here comes the megastar, a man riding on tidal waves of momentum. LA Knight is here.
Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds,
LA Knight, despite his popularity, has also never challenged for a world championship here in Universe Mode. LA Knight obviously has had opportunities at the Hardcore Championship in the past, but LA Knight believing it is his time to get to the main event, to get to the top of the food chain. And it appears the SmackDown faithful here tonight believes this could also be the era of LA Knight to go to Perth, Australia and be a part of that Elimination Chamber match. Obviously, Drew McIntyre will defend that WWE Championship with Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Kenny Omega, Xavier Woods, Cody Rhodes, and one more participant. Who will it be? It'll be either one of these 5 men. Remember, Fatal 5-Way rules, no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Eliminations can only occur by pinfall or submission. The last man standing will get the final spot in the Men's Elimination Chamber, the 2nd annual Men's Elimination Chamber. Excuse me. As Samoa Joe going for LA Knight, Damian Priest and Will Ospreay reigniting their rivalry, and Damian with the Bro Derek, and Samoa Joe chopping down LA Knight, and Eddie Kingston. Oh, here's the cover by Joe. Eddie Kingston could be a heavy favorite to win this thing. However, there could be a bit of ring rust for the Mad King because it's been a while since he's been on SmackDown. Will Ospreay with the kendo stick being applied. Oh, look at this. Kingston rolling up Ospreay and a kick out. Hey, any means necessary to get an elimination in this matchup. 5 of the hungriest SmackDown competitors on our roster. Damian Priest, the former patriarch of the Judgment Day. Big boot to Ospreay. And I believe Will is busted open. Obviously, Will Ospreay was unable to walk out of last year's WrestleMania as WWE Champion. He wants to walk into this year's WrestleMania as the WWE Champ. And Eddie Kingston, if he wins this match and goes on to win the Elimination Chamber, he will only be the 3rd man in Universe Mode history to win both the Undisputed and World Heavyweight Championships. Cover on Ospreay kickout. If Will Ospreay wins the Chamber, he will make history. The 1st man to win the AEW World Heavyweight and Undisputed Championships, all 3 World Championships in Universe Mode. Will Ospreay is a very historic figure. And Eddie Kingston trying to beat down on Ospreay, and he does. Ospreay no-selling it, however. And look at Kingston, the performance he is doing in this match. But now here's Ospreay Oh, pop-up powerbomb. And now Ospreay into the cover to eliminate Kingston in a kick out. Is now Damian Priest. Oh, with the big sidewalk slam. And now Kingston bringing Priest down, shoulders down, and a kick out. Great maneuver there. See Samoa Joe and LA Knight still battling on the outside. Great elbow drop there by the former World Heavyweight Champion Eddie Kingston. Here we go. Drops Priest. Can Priest be the first man gone? No, still alive. Ospreay steel chair in hand from behind on Eddie Kingston. And now attacking Priest as well. And Ospreay looking to pick up the pieces. And Priest again kicking out. Obviously, this is an opportunity at the WWE Championship at stake. 450 splash by Ospreay. They don't call him the aerial assassin for no reason in a moonsault. Ospreay, the determination on display, and Priest again kicks out. Ospreay, Gawas cutter. Remember, Will Ospreay was screwed out of a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity at Survivor Series War Games, but Will's not going for that world title. Oh, look at this. Flatliner by Priest. Flatline into Ospreay. Cover. Hook of the leg. And Ospreay stays alive. No eliminations yet in this fatal 5-way elimination match. LA Knight with the splash. Meanwhile, Ospreay with Priest up on his shoulders. The Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker by Ospreay. Cover. Damian Priest is the first man eliminated. Damian Priest is not going to the chamber. Now Samoa Joe with a spine buster to Will Ospreay. Remember when Roman Reigns was World Heavyweight Champion? He said he wanted Samoa Joe as a challenger. Ospreay, phenomenal forearm. Shades of his former tag team partner, close ally, AJ Styles from Monday Night Raw. Back when Ospreay was feuding with the current world champion Jay White. Now Ospreay. Cut out of Joe. Will Ospreay. He is locked and loaded. Ospreay. Hidden blade. Hidden blade to Samoa Joe. Is Joe gonna be the next man gone? He is. Ospreay, 2 eliminations. Oh, clubbing blow to Kingston, and now LA Knight will try to hit Ospreay with the steel steps. There are 2 steel steps on the outside. Oh, Snapdragon. And of course, fatal 5-way rules. No disqualifications, but it's now turned into a triple threat match. Ospreay, Kingston, and Knight. Who will it be? 2 former World Heavyweight Champions, Will Ospreay and Eddie Kingston, now doing battle. Ospreay, I am loving this performance in this match. We said it during his entrance. This is about redemption for one Will Ospreay. He was not able to walk out of WrestleMania as WWE Champion, but now he wants to walk in as WWE Champion. Oh, springboard dropkick by LA Knight out of nowhere. And LA Knight looking to eliminate Kingston, and Eddie kicks out. Oh, Ospreay avoiding the chair shot, and LA Knight BFT. Blunt force trauma to Will Ospreay. Cover. Hook of the leg. And Ospreay stays alive. LA Knight can't believe it. Now Kingston from behind, rolling up LA Knight. And a kick out. As now it is momentarily one-on-one. Eddie Kingston, LA Knight. And Eddie Kingston, barrage of strikes. This is also about redemption for Eddie Kingston. He wants another world title reign. He's hoping that a WWE title run will be good for him in his future. Oh, big suplex by Kingston. And now Ospreay back in the mix. Leapfrog. And the Snapdragon. Shoulders down. Middle of the ring. And Kingston kicks out. And a nice moonsault to the back as well. You got to think Ospreay's thinking, what do I need to do now? He's looking to go for the hidden blade again. Ospreay connects. Hidden blade. And Eddie Kingston, can he be eliminated? No. Kingston still alive. And LA Knight with the steel chair. LA Knight. Oh. Nice shot in the midsection there by Eddie Kingston. And now Kingston going to grab the steel steps. One of these three men are going to Perth, Australia, and will take the final spot in the second annual men's elimination chamber match. Ospreay sending Kingston over the top rope. What does last year's Rumble winner have in mind? Oh, the steel steps got in the way. And LA Knight with a drop kick. Oh, Ospreay backfast. LA Knight landing on the steel steps. LA Knight is out, but Eddie Kingston focused on Will Ospreay. That was a lot similar to how we saw Damian Priest at Backlash. And Ospreay Styles clash. Styles clash to Eddie Kingston and LA Knight back in the mix. Eddie Kingston did not go for the cover on Knight after the spinning back fist, and now LA Knight is in control for the time being. On the middle rope, they'll try to go for a clubbing axe, and now the BFT. BFT once again, covered by LA Knight, and Eddie Kingston is eliminated. We're down to two. Ospreay or Knight. LA Knight says he's ready for the main event. Will Ospreay wanting redemption from last year. Ospreay, look at this. Ospreay, will he go to the chamber? No, not yet anyway. The perseverance of Mr. LA Knight in this matchup. And look at Knight now. Stomping on the gut of Will Ospreay. LA Knight knows this could be his one and only opportunity. Men like Will Ospreay, he could just bounce back and get another shot. Men like LA Knight, it could take years for him to get another opportunity again. Ospreay, brainbuster to LA Knight. And Ospreay now. Oh, went for the springboard 450, missed, and now the neckbreaker by Knight. And LA Knight has got to be thinking, what do I have to do? Going to grab the kendo stick. Oh, and now beating down on Ospreay. LA Knight thinking this could be it. Will Knight go to the elimination chamber? No, so close. And LA Knight, you could see the frustration on his face, but he cannot let this get to him if he wants this opportunity. This will be his first world title opportunity in his Universe Mode career if he wins this match. Another springboard drop kick to Ospreay. And another desperation cover for LA Knight. No, you have got to be kidding me. That was 2.99 for LA Knight. LA Knight has now got to be pissed. He's got to be frustrated. Ospreay Hurricane Rana. Ospreay able to bounce back. And this could cost LA Knight. Phenomenal forearm. Ospreay now into the cover. For him to go to the chamber. No. And now it's Ospreay showing signs of frustration. Both men, this is personal for them. Will Ospreay now. The Canadian Destroyer tonight. And LA Knight back in the ring. Oh, neck breaker. And now LA Knight believing this is his moment. Here we go. BFT. BFT to Ospreay. Here's the cover. Hug of the leg. LA Knight is going to Perth, Australia. LA Knight is the last man in the Elimination Chamber match. He finally gets the moment and the opportunity he has been begging for years. LA Knight has gotten the better out of four of the best we have to offer two of those men former world champions. And LA Knight will get his first world title opportunity in his Universe Mode career inside the Elimination Chamber for the undisputed WWE Championship. The era of the megastar could be upon us. But obviously you cannot discredit the returning Eddie Kingston and Will Ospreay for their respective performances in this matchup. They did tremendous. But in the end, it was LA Knight who wanted the opportunity a lot more. LA Knight, this was it. The one last BFT to last year's Royal Rumble winner Will Ospreay. And that was all she wrote. The Yavolution is here. Can LA Knight leave Perth, Australia as our next undisputed WWE champion? And even better than that, can LA Knight potentially walk in to the main event of WrestleMania as undisputed champion? LA Knight is one step closer to achieving his destiny. What a win for LA Knight here on Smackdown. Well, we have just determined one of the SmackDown participants in the men's elimination chamber. Now it is time to determine who is going to the women's elimination chamber matches. Here comes the former three-time women's champion Becky Lynch making her way to the ring.
Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland.
Becky Lynch, two-time Raw Women's Champion, one-time SmackDown Women's Champion, the woman that Mercedes Moné, the current champion, beat to win the championship. And obviously, we know last week Nia Jax chose Bianca Belair and the WWE Women's Championship as the title she wants to go for at WrestleMania. The winner of this year's Women's Elimination Chamber match will face the Women's World Champion at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch would want nothing more than to win that match and probably get a rematch against Mercedes Moné at WrestleMania. Remember, Becky Lynch was this close to facing Trish Stratus for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. That was before Rhea Ripley took that opportunity from her. But obviously, she's not the only one who wants that title back.
From Auckland, New Zealand,
Toni Storm, former Women's World Champion in her own right. She had a very long and impressive reign with that belt. And she went to last year's WrestleMania as SmackDown Women's Champion. She beat Alexa Bliss at last year's WrestleMania to retain that championship. And let's not forget, Toni Storm was not pinned or submitted to lose that championship. It was in a triple threat match at Backlash between her, Charlotte Flair, and the now current Women's Intercontinental Champion, Julia Hart. Charlotte Flair pinned Julia to win that championship. Toni Storm would want nothing more than to potentially become a two-time Women's World Champion at WrestleMania. Obviously, we know 3 women who will be in the Women's Elimination Chamber match so far. Monday Night Raw's Liv Morgan and Naomi, and SmackDown's Charlotte Flair. Those are the 3 women that are going to be in this match. We're going to determine the 4th woman in this triple threat match. And now Toni Storm is ready for this chance, but here comes a woman that Toni Storm knows all too well. Jamie Hayter. Obviously, Jamie Hayter has had a few women's world title opportunities in the past. Obviously at Bad Blood and Hell in a Cell. But Jamie Hayter, after a bit of a hiatus due to injury, she returned at the War Games season, helped Team Lyra get the victory in the Women's War Games match at Survivor Series. But now Jamie Hayter on the road to WrestleMania, looking to get herself a world title opportunity. And Jamie Hayter, one of the most talented women, not just on SmackDown, but also on the entirety of Universe Mode. So here we go. Becky Lynch, Toni Storm, or Jamie Hayter. Who will be the 4th woman in the 2nd annual Women's Elimination Chamber match? And here we go. Toni and Jamie reigniting their rivalry, but now Becky Lynch going after Toni Storm. And of course, Alexa Bliss won last year's Women's Elimination Chamber match. That was how she got the opportunity to face Toni Storm at WrestleMania. Now Toni looking to follow a similar path that Alexa did last year. These are 3 of the most talented women on our roster. Oh, here we go. Becky Lynch and Toni Storm working together on Jamie Hayter. Drops her down. Obviously, these are 2 former Women's World Champions, both wanting a chance to win that championship back. Jamie Hayter obviously has yet to be a champion in her Universe Mode career. But Jamie Hayter, win or lose this match, Jamie Hayter has a very bright future ahead of her in Universe Mode. I am very confident about that. And Becky Lynch throwing Toni Storm. And a moonsault, my goodness. Oh, Jamie Hayter tried to use a kendo stick. Obviously, triple threat rules. No disqualifications. But unlike the men's chamber qualifying match that we had moments ago, this is one fall to a finish. First woman who gains pinfall or submission will be the next woman to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber match. A lot like we saw on Monday Night Raw this past Monday night, how Naomi beat Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley to qualify for that matchup. And now Becky Lynch. As now Jamie Hayter looking to get momentum on her side in this match. And remember, pinfall or submission can only happen in the ring. So Jamie and Toni now going to meet in the ring. We still got so much action still to come here on SmackDown. It is amazing how these shows are becoming on the road to WrestleMania. Becky Lynch with a steel chair to the back of Toni Storm. And Jamie Hayter now looking to fight off Becky. Look at the power. Oh my goodness. Oh, and a clothesline by Jamie. Remember, these two women were partners in War Games, but this environment, this is every woman for herself. Friendship needs to be thrown out the window. And Toni drops Becky as well. These three women know the mission of the wind to get this opportunity. And Toni now, oh my God, swinging neckbreaker very close to the chair. And Toni Storm, we haven't seen a lot of her ever since she lost that SmackDown Women's Championship at Backlash in Puerto Rico. And now Toni, oh, steel chair to Becky in the corner. No disqualifications. The official can't do anything about it. Here's the cover. And Jamie Hayter able to get back in the mix. And that's the thing when you're in these triple threat matches. You need to have eyes in the back of your head at all times. Seasoned veteran in Becky Lynch. And Toni now dropping Becky. Ever since Toni won that SmackDown Women's Championship the first time, that was when she reinvented herself as timeless Toni Storm. Dropping Toni. Now Jamie will try to use the steel chair to her advantage, but Becky just 2 steps ahead. Oh, now dropping Jamie now into an armbar. Oh, new look, new attitude. And Jamie Hayter now gonna work on the arm of Toni Storm. Oh, and Becky with the steel chair to the skull. That's got to cause a concussion. And Becky could be looking to end this thing into the manhandle slam. But Toni Storm is back up. Oh, wait a minute. Becky into the disarmer. 2 steps ahead. Toni with the tap. Becky Lynch, will she be going to the chamber? Jamie's down. No. Toni refusing a tap. This match continues. And Jamie Hayter rolls up Becky. Shoulders down. And a kick out. Smart for Jamie Hayter, but Becky Lynch still a little bit fresh. Something like that. Not going to work yet. And now Jamie has Becky. Brainbuster. A lot like what we saw with Will Ospreay moments ago. And Jamie could be looking to end this thing. Oh, no. Toni Storm. Toni Storm did not let that happen. And now Becky. Oh, Toni bumped into the referee. Manhandle slam. Second manhandle slam of the match. Is this enough for the win? No, Jamie at the last moment. She knew that Elimination Chamber opportunity was slipping through her fingers. Suplex. Oh, and now Toni. Barrage of strikes dropping Jamie down. These three ladies are giving everything they've got. You gotta respect that. Oh my God. Dropping her full body weight onto the midsection of Jamie Hayter. Now Toni into the cover. Almost got it. Becky was going to be too late. Toni Storm almost became the 4th woman to qualify for the 2nd annual Women's Chamber match. And now Jamie. Oh my God. Oh, clothesline of Toni. And Jamie now into the cover. Did not realize that Becky Lynch was right there to break up the cover. Becky Lynch hitting 2 manhandle slams in this matchup. Oh, big insecurity there by Jamie Hayter. And Jamie doing good controlling the ring now. She knows she is in the ring with 2 former world champions. Jamie is the underdog in this matchup. She needs to throw all caution to the wind. Hitting the kendo stick on Becky. Now into the cover and a kick out at 1 by Becky. This late into the matchup. And that's the thing with Jamie Hayter. This is quite a challenge. This is why you need to beat the best in order to be in a match with the best. I mean, ask Xavier Woods. Just ask Xavier Woods how that is. Toni Storm now bringing Jamie Hayter into the corner. Oh, Becky sweeping the legs. Oh, now with the kendo stick. And now Becky Lynch in control in the corner for the time being, dropping Jamie Hayter almost right into that sledgehammer. Cover to go to the chamber. Oh, near fall for Becky Lynch. And now you got to think Becky's thinking, what do I have to do? On the middle rope. Oh, drop kick to Jamie Hayter. But Toni able to drop down Becky. Rolls her up. Shoulders down. No. Becky able to kick out, and Jamie got back up to break up that cover. That was almost it for Timeless Toni Storm. And now Jamie Hayter. It was that Bad Blood last year where Jamie Hayter challenged Toni Storm for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Jamie Hayter with a suplex to Lynch into the cover. Doesn't realize Toni was right there breaking up that cover. Toni Storm now. Oh, wait a minute, Jamie able to get out of whatever Toni was thinking of. Oh, wait a minute. Becky. Oh, I don't know what she was thinking there, but Jamie able to land on her feet. Oh, into the lariat. And Toni with the kendo. Oh my God, Becky's down and out. This is Toni's chance. Will Toni go to the chamber? She is. Toni Storm has stole it. Toni Storm is going to Australia. She is the fourth woman to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber match. It'll be Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Toni Storm, and two women yet to be determined in the second annual Women's Elimination Chamber match, where the winner will face whoever the Women's World Champion is at WrestleMania. All three ladies gave their all in this match. There were multiple points where we thought one of these three were going to be the one to advance to the Elimination Chamber. They fought like their jobs, like their careers depended on it. But in the end, it was the former Women's World Champion Toni Storm who was able to get the better of these two here tonight and have an opportunity of a lifetime. It was right here where Toni almost stole the opportunity with a roll-up before Becky was able to kick out. And then Toni Storm cover on Lynch, and she was able to get the opportunity. Timeless Toni Storm will go to Perth, Australia in a couple of weeks in the Elimination Chamber match. Can it be Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné at WrestleMania 2 for the Women's World Championship? Toni Storm looking for redemption. She very well can get it. What a victory for Toni Storm here on SmackDown. She is going to the Elimination Chamber. As we are back here on SmackDown, those are the War Raiders. We await the arrival. Wait a minute. It was the Motor City Machine Guns. Shelly and Sabin attacking the new Tag Team Champions Meta-4. Obviously, the Motor City Machine Guns lost the Tag Team titles at the Royal Rumble. They have not forgotten. Match hasn't even started yet. Meta-4 set for non-title action against the War Raiders, but Motor City Machine Guns out for revenge on the new tag champs. As it appears the match is still going to go on. Meta-4 non-title match against the War Raiders, and obviously this is a huge opportunity for Eric and Ivar. If they beat Meta-4, they can surely be next in line for a world title match. My God. And the War Raiders, obviously one of the most underrated tag teams in Universe mode. Meta-4 clearly not in it after that attack by the Motor City Machine Guns before the bell rang. Obviously, Motor City Machine Guns appear to not be done with Meta-4 after the events of the Tornado Tag Team match at the Royal Rumble, where Meta-4 shockingly beat the Motor City Machine Guns for the World Tag Team Championships. This is the first Universe Mode appearance of Meta-4 since winning the titles at the Royal Rumble. And Oro Mensah, the MVP of Meta-4, looking to get back in this matchup for the Tag Team Champions. They want to prove that their title win at the Royal Rumble was not a fluke, was not just pure luck. As now Noam Dar, the Scottish Supernova 11 he likes to call himself, is now in this matchup. And of course, the War Raiders, the size and strength advantage, and also a bit of experience advantage in this matchup. However, Meta-4, ever since they were called up to Friday Night Smackdown from NXT, they've proven themselves here exponentially, winning the #1 Contenders Tournament all the way back at Saturday night's main event, and then going on to the Rumble, beating Motor City Machine Guns for those Tag Team Championships. But now Ivar, just throwing Noam near the barricade. And of course, the War Raiders, they love tag team wrestling. They love wrestling. They haven't had a lot of opportunities here on Universe Mode, but whenever they do, they give it their all. Covered by Ivar, and of course, Meta-4 is still a little bit fresh. And the War Raiders actually believed if they were in that tournament, they would have won those tag team titles. Oh, nice drop kick there by Eric. And this is the tag team continuity of the War Raiders, formerly known as the Viking Raiders, that we have seen. And now it's Eric of the War Raiders looking to decimate Noam Dar. I cannot believe the Motor City Machine Guns were here, and they decimated Meta-4 as a show of revenge. Cover, obviously not able to get the victory just yet, but again, like we previously mentioned, if the War Raiders manage to get the victory, they will probably get a tag team title match. My God, big suplex there by Eric. And now Eric into the big shot. Seems like Meta-4 has bit off more than they can chew here. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize when you become a champion, let alone tag team champions here on Universe Mode. Everyone is going to be gunning for you. You become targets. Everyone is going to want to beat you and take those championships. Oh, big knee to the face of Noam Dar. And again, Eric on that top turnbuckle. Oh my God, a knee right in the midsection. And now Eric into another cover, and that was almost it for the Raiders. Oh, and a missile drop kick. Eric's moving like a damn cruiserweight. Cover again by Eric. The War Raiders win. The War Raiders have pinned the tag team champions. That was an absolute dominant performance by Eric and Ivar. We said they barely get opportunities. And here tonight, they have proven to us why they should be next in line for the World Tag Team Championships. We have never seen Meta-Four in their short universe mode career that decimated. Missile drop kick by Eric. And we obviously Meta-Four were not 100% from that attack by the machine guns. The War Raiders with the biggest win in their universe mode careers. Can the War Raiders be next in line for the World Tag Team Championships? What a victory for Eric and Ivar. But the bigger question coming out of that match is what will be the future of this rivalry between the tag champs Meta-Four and the former champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. And will the War Raiders, after this victory, play a role in this rivalry? What a victory for the War Raiders, pinning the World Tag Team Champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Smackdown, and we got a situation going on backstage. That is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Julia Hart, beating down Blair Davenport. Obviously, last week on Smackdown, it was a gauntlet match where Blair Davenport became the #1 contender for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and it appears Julia Hart wants to weaken her #1 contender. Look at Julia here. Oh! Julia Hart, who's been Women's Intercontinental Champion ever since Survivor Series War Games. No intentions of losing that championship anytime soon. Also a former Women's World Champion. Julia Hart is just absolutely decimating Blair Davenport here. I don't even think Blair Davenport expected to be woman-handled here by her future opponent. And Julia with the steel chair tried to beat down Blair, and Blair Davenport trying to fight back. Obviously, we've seen how amazing Blair Davenport is as a competitor, not willing to go down without a fight. And we're getting a situation here backstage. No security, no nothing. A lot similar to what we saw between the Tongans and John Cena on... Oh my God, no. Julia Hart. Power bomb to Blair through the table. Wait a minute. Blair able to get back to her feet. Blair Davenport. She got powerbombed through a table and she got right back up. Blair Davenport now looking to tear through the Women's Intercontinental Champion Julia Hart. Now she's using the chair, and Blair Davenport's not messing around. Obviously, this match that's set to happen sometime in the near future for the Women's Intercontinental Championship is not going to be for the faint of heart. Oh no. Ah, the knee to Julia Hart. That was how Blair became the #1 contender, last eliminating Zelina Vega to become #1 contender for that championship. And now it's Julia getting decimated. This attempted attack by Julia Hart has now spat back in her face, and Blair Davenport with the driver. And Blair Davenport has just knocked out Julia Hart. Well, look at this. Blair got powerbombed through a damn table, and it didn't even phase the #1 contender. Now Julia Hart has now experienced the type of competitor her next challenger is. Look at this. Bam! And if that didn't knock out Julia Hart enough, Blair Davenport sending a message before her Intercontinental title match with the driver on the hard pavement. And Julia Hart now knows what she is in for as her next challenger, Blair Davenport, not messing around ahead of their future match. We don't know when it will take place. We don't know if it will take place on an episode of SmackDown or if it will happen in the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. But either way, Julia Hart tried to attack Blair Davenport backstage, but instead it was Blair Davenport standing tall. Can Blair Davenport be our next Women's Intercontinental Champion? We will have to find out. And we're going to try to provide a medical update on the Women's Intercontinental Champion as more details become available. What a showing, though, by Blair Davenport. As we apologize for the long break, we are here on Smackdown. That is Johnny Gargano. He is set for one-on-one action against the Celtic Warrior, former United States champion and 24/7 champion Sheamus. And obviously for Johnny Gargano, he said his goal is to get more success as a singles competitor. Well, Sheamus, oh, look at this, early cover, feet are on the ropes. And obviously last week, Johnny Gargano went one-on-one with the Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens. Johnny Gargano lost in quick fashion, but Johnny Gargano gave Kevin Owens a handshake of respect. They're two old friends. You see there Tommaso Ciampa, the former 24/7 champion, in his tag team partner Johnny Gargano's corner. And Sheamus, of course, the last time we really saw him was Survivor Series War Games, where he failed to beat Jey Uso for the Hardcore Championship. So Sheamus looking for another opportunity as well, whether it's a title opportunity or just more on-screen matches here on Universe Mode. Johnny will try to go for a moonsault, failed to connect. I don't know exactly what Johnny Wrestling was thinking of. Obviously, Johnny Gargano looking to relive his glory days on NXT. Oh, look at this. Sheamus, though, looking for his vintage 10 beats of the Bodhrán. You see Tommaso Ciampa trying to give words of encouragement to his partner, Johnny Gargano, and Johnny just dropping right in front of Ciampa, and Ciampa giving a death glare to the Celtic Warrior, and Sheamus on the top into a big clubbing axe handle from the top. And Sheamus, the knee on the outside to Johnny, and Johnny, obviously, he's going to need a miracle if he wants to beat Sheamus here tonight in this matchup. Big shot to the leg, and obviously, speaking of Jey Uso, still to come in our main event, he will put his hardcore title on the line against Tyler Bate, as Johnny Gargano dropping Sheamus down. And now that gives Johnny Gargano a chance to take a breather. Johnny Gargano, former WWE Tag Team Champion back when he was part of Monday Night Raw. And now Johnny, oh, look at this, removing the turnbuckle pad. Oh, Sheamus cheap shot from the apron. But Johnny, he took that time to get back in this match. Oh, Sheamus chest first into the exposed turnbuckle. Johnny using classic heel tactics. Try to go for a cover. Sheamus able to kick out. And obviously for Johnny, he needs to keep himself in the driver's seat. Going for the cover. And a kick out again by Sheamus. Referee Jessica Carr just now noticing the exposed turnbuckle pad. And that should give Johnny a chance to get back in momentum in this match. Tommaso Ciampa shouting words of encouragement for his boy. And now Johnny Gargano. Good to know that DIY are still on good terms, despite them both trying to break out as singles competitors. And now Johnny. Oh, look at this, right on the shoulder of Sheamus. Obviously Johnny also a submission specialist. Oh, and look at Sheamus. Oh, whoa, spear by Johnny. Great maneuver there by Johnny Gargano. Now the super kicks in stereo. Here's the cover again. Shoulders down. Almost got it. And Johnny Gargano, he needs to keep this up, because then he'll beat the Celtic Warrior. Here we go. Into the Gargano escape. Gargano escape to Sheamus. Sheamus is in trouble. The veteran might have to tap. No, refusing. Match continues here on Smackdown. Bro kick. Bro kick by Sheamus. Is that enough for the win? No. Johnny kicks out. You see a bit of frustration off the face of the Celtic Warrior. Fight Forever chants by the WWE Universe. Johnny trying to retreat into the corner. Oh, shot right in the midsection. And Sheamus with the big boot being applied to Johnny Wrestling. And now Sheamus has got to be thinking, what do I need to do to put Johnny Gargano away? Both men looking for more opportunities. Oh, wait a minute. What is Sheamus thinking here? Uh-oh. This isn't going to be good. Oh, the roll through from the top rope, flattening Gargano like a pancake. And the elbow connecting from across the ring. I don't know about you, but that might be it. Cover. Hooks the leg. Sheamus with the win against Johnny Wrestling. I'll tell you what though, Johnny Gargano put up one hell of an effort in this matchup. Sheamus, a man who is also vouching for more opportunities here on SmackDown. These two put on what Sheamus would call a banger. And Sheamus, big axe handle right in front of Tommaso Ciampa. And Johnny Gargano, obviously 2 losses, 2 weeks in a row. I don't know if this will affect Johnny Gargano in the long run, but that's the thing. The landscape here on SmackDown, to be a singles competitor, it's kind of tough. Bam! Bro kick. And we thought this would be it for Johnny Wrestling, but Johnny still had a bit of fight left in him, and Sheamus just used that to his advantage. And this is vintage Sheamus right here. That's earned Sheamus so much success throughout his wrestling career. Boom! Roll through. And then this was the piece de la resistance, the elbow drop right to the chest of Johnny Gargano, and that was enough for Sheamus to get the victory here tonight on SmackDown. Sheamus with a win here on SmackDown, and you gotta think, can this get Sheamus close to a title opportunity once again in the near future? We know Johnny Gargano's close relation to Kevin Owens. Maybe the Intercontinental Championship could be in Sheamus's future. What a victory for the Celtic Warrior here on SmackDown. As we are back here on SmackDown, it is time for our co-main event of the evening, as it will be the in-ring return of the former World Heavyweight Champion, the man who lost his championship to Switchblade Jay White at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. Roman Reigns looking for a bit of redemption. Roman Reigns, this is his first time in nearly 10 months that he will walk to the ring without the World Heavyweight Championship in his hands. And tonight, Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with Switchblade Jay White's right-hand man, Rock Hard Juice Robinson. And obviously, last week on Friday Night SmackDown, Jacob Fatu, this year's Royal Rumble winner, was set to make his WrestleMania decision for which champion he wanted to go for at WrestleMania. He was hinting at maybe selecting Switchblade Jay White for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, but Roman Reigns interrupted his enforcer, saying, You already beat Drew McIntyre last week on Monday Night Raw. If I were you, I would pick the undisputed WWE Championship and let me have my rightful rematch at WrestleMania, myself and Switchblade Jay White, where Jacob Fatu said, "Go fuck yourself," and left the ring. There appears to be tensions growing between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Jacob believing he is his own man now. He won the Royal Rumble. He has the right to pick whatever champion he wants to face at WrestleMania. There's still nothing set in stone for which champion Jacob wants to face at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns interrupted Jacob Fatu. You got to think, we don't know if Jacob Fatu is here tonight, but you got to think Jacob is going to be watching this match very closely. Probably a very sour taste in his mouth regarding his relationship with Roman Reigns. As here comes Juice Robinson making his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Illinois, weighing in at 220 pounds, Juice Robinson.
Juice Robinson looking better than ever this time around. But Juice Robinson, the last time we saw him, the last time he went one-on-one with Roman Reigns, it was back when Roman was still world champion. Juice Robinson almost beat the Tribal Chief. Obviously, Juice Robinson, a longtime tag team partner of the current world champ Jay White, back in AEW, Bullet Club Gold. Obviously, Robinson assisted Jay White throughout his historic rivalry with Will Ospreay. And Juice Robinson looking to make sure Roman Reigns stays far away from Jay White's World Heavyweight Championship. Juice Robinson doing the bidding of his buddy Jay White here tonight, believing this time around he has Roman Reigns' number. This is our co-main event of the evening. The former world champ Roman Reigns against the former 24/7 champion Juice Robinson. Here we go. Oh, and look at this. Juice Robinson. No wasting time on the Tribal Chief. And obviously, Robinson knows that Roman Reigns is going to be preoccupied mentally, not only with the fact that he is no longer World Heavyweight Champion, but also because of the issues that seem to be going on between himself and the Royal Rumble winner Jacob Fatu. And Roman Reigns trying to get in this matchup. Oh, already going for a cover. This is unlike Roman in a kick out by Juice. Roman Reigns looking to take all his anger out on Juice Robinson. These two men now looking to battle for control. As Roman bringing Juice into the corner. And again, the collar and elbow tie-up. You got to think Switchblade Jay White, the World Heavyweight Champion, is somewhere watching this match on. Jacob Fatu's got to be somewhere as well watching this. Roman Reigns controlling the waist of Robinson now. And obviously, you got to think the Guns as well have got to be incredibly happy that Switchblade Jay White is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Is Juice Robinson going to control the head? Juice Robinson doing very good against the Tribal Chief right now. Usually on paper, you look at a match, Roman Reigns and Juice Robinson, you think Roman Reigns has this in the bag, but obviously you don't know what's going on in the head of the Tribal Chief and what's going on behind the scenes between the Anoa'i family. Juice Robinson, great control of the arm of Roman Reigns. Roman appears to be in pure agony. You got to think he is less than 100% after the Royal Rumble. Jay White walked all over Roman in that match. Here comes Roman now. Oh, suplex. Looking to still do this despite the injured arm. power of Roman Reigns, former undisputed champion, former world heavyweight champion. Oh, tried to signal the end, but Juice Robinson. Oh, beautiful move by Robinson. That was incredible strength. But obviously, Roman kicking out before the count could even begin. But Juice Robinson knows he needs to keep his foot on the gas pedal if he wants any chance of getting a huge upset win against Roman Reigns here. And here we go. These two men continuing to fight here on SmackDown. Roman rolling out of the ring. And Juice Robinson calling for Roman to get back in the ring, keep this match going. Oh no, Roman saying he doesn't need this. Looking to walk out of the match. Oh, wait a minute. That's the Rumble winner, Jacob Fatu. Jacob is here. And Robinson bringing Reigns back in the ring. We know the issues keep growing between Jacob and Roman. And Jacob just prevented Roman from leaving the match. Robinson powerbomb. Jacob is trying to cost Roman the damn match. What the hell is going on? Robinson throwing Reigns over the top rope. And Robinson has a chance. Roman is not there mentally. Crossbody on the outside. And a senton. Roman Reigns was going to walk out of the matchup. Jacob Fatu appeared on the entranceway, distracting Roman Reigns, allowing Juice Robinson to bring Roman back in the ring. It appears Jacob Fatu not happy with Roman. Oh, look at this. Kill switch engage on the outside. The unpretty her. Oh, look at this. Juice Robinson looking to go for a count-out win. This will be one of the biggest upsets in Universe Mode history. But Roman Reigns, count of 9 back in the ring. But Robinson, no. Reigns able to get out of it just in time. Cover. And a kick out by Juice Robinson. And now you got to think Roman Reigns is going to be absolutely pissed that Jacob Fatu prevented him from walking out of the match. Roman saying, I'm no longer world champion. I don't need to fight these Smackdown TV matches. I don't need this. And Jacob Fatu saying, nope, you signed up for this. You are going to finish it. You want to be world heavyweight champion again? You want to take my WrestleMania spot? Keep fighting Juice Robinson. Which, I got to respect the Royal Rumble winner on that. I mean, if you want to be the world champion, rack up more wins. Prove that you are not washed up. Because with Roman's Royal Rumble performance against Jay White, Roman was not himself. He underestimated Jay White, and that is why Jay White's the world heavyweight champion right now. And now Roman Reigns into the spear on Robinson. Middle of the ring. Will Roman Reigns get the win? He does. Roman Reigns has beaten Juice Robinson once again here on SmackDown. But we can't forget the factor that was the Royal Rumble winner Jacob Fatu coming out, preventing Roman Reigns from walking out of the matchup, given the issues that happened starting last week on SmackDown when Roman Reigns tried to force Jacob Fatu to choose Drew McIntyre and the WWE Championship as the title Jacob goes for at WrestleMania, even though Jacob Fatu hinted that he wanted to go for the World Heavyweight Championship here on SmackDown. Juice Robinson then brought Reigns back in the ring, and then Reigns, using that anger from the defiance of Jacob Fatu, is now, I want to say, former enforcer, and used it to decimate Juice Robinson, a lot like the Roman from his world title reign, and he was able to beat Robinson here tonight. Roman Reigns once again getting his arm raised in victory. but we got to ask the question, what does the future hold in these issues growing between Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns? What does this mean heading into WrestleMania? What does this mean for Jacob Fatu's road to WrestleMania? As Roman Reigns beats Juice Robinson here tonight at on SmackDown, you got to think, what does the World Heavyweight Champion Jay White think about this? Hopefully, we have more answers than questions sooner rather than later. What a win for Roman Reigns, the former world champ, here on SmackDown. As it is main event time here on SmackDown, as it is for the Hardcore Championship. I forgot to turn entrances on, which I am stupid, but it seems like the match is underway. Tyler Bate versus main event Jey Uso for the Hardcore Championship. Well, I guess we'll say we did the Netflix route where all the entrances are during commercials. Oh, look at this. Jey Uso with a cheap shot to Tyler Bate. And obviously, Jey Uso made history recently. He is the longest reigning champion in Universe Mode history. The numerous title reigns that we have had here on Universe Mode, Jey Uso has held that title the longest out of anyone. Well, any title longer than anyone. He's been champion since WrestleMania. Wait a minute, look at this. Tyler trying to roll up Jey, try to steal the championship. And now Jey rolls up Tyler in a kick out. Tyler Bate, huge amount of pressure on his shoulders, trying to end the historic title reign of Jey Uso. It was last week on Friday Night SmackDown. Tyler Bate beat Darby Allin to become the #1 contender. But Jey Uso is ferocious as a Universe Mode competitor. Can he surpass 1 year as Hardcore Champion? Oh, look at this. Yeeting with the fans. And that's the thing. Jey Uso has been one hell of a fighting champion for the past year. Ever since breaking out as a singles competitor. Super kick to Bate. This could be a quick night in the office for Jey Uso. And Tyler Bate, this is his first one-on-one sanctioned championship opportunity. And Tyler Bate knows these opportunities don't come often. And Tyler trying to get in this match. Could you imagine if Tyler Bate ends the historic reign of Jey Uso in our main event tonight? Jey now locked into a submission by Tyler. Oh, and again Jey with the barrage of strikes to Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate, the man who won the UK Championship in NXT at the age of only 19. Tyler Bate needs to dive back into those glory days if he wants to beat Jey Uso here tonight and win the Hardcore Championship. Jey Uso, though, is just showing no signs of stopping anytime soon. Oh, diving headbutt. You gotta think, what does Jey think about the issues of Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu? I believe Jey was thinking a big move, but Tyler Bate, oh, beautiful. Just tossing Jey right into the canvas, cover, and a kick out by Jey. Obviously, it's not going to be that easy to put Jey Uso down. And Tyler Bate, if I was him, I would just keep my foot on the gas pedal. Tyler appears fired up. And now has the champion up on his shoulders. Think about the men Jey Uso has beat throughout this title run. Obviously, he beat Wardlow to win the championship. He retained the title against the likes of LA Knight, Kyle O'Reilly, Joe Coffey, Rusev, Sheamus, Braun Strowman. Oh, cover by Tyler Bate. And a kick out by Jey. Even the Royal Rumble Jacob Fatu. Jey Uso beat Jacob Fatu at one point to retain that championship. And Tyler Bate doing good so far. Oh, wait a minute. Tyler going for the Boston Crab. Tyler Bate, can this be his moment? No. Jay able to get out of it, but obviously the legs, they're going to be weak now. Jay's so reliant on those super kicks. Oh, wait a minute. Jay, the 1D. The 1D to Tyler Bate to retain here on SmackDown. Almost got it. Tyler kicks out. But Jay, one move away. The Uso splash. This could be it. Count to 100. Jey Uso once again retains the Hardcore Championship. The reign continues. The longest title reign in Universe Mode history lives on. But Tyler Bate, I don't think any of us expected this amount of fight from the young Englishman. But in the end, Jey Uso able to get the job done like so many title defenses previously. And Tyler Bate, despite all of his efforts, was not able to end the historic reign of Jey Uso. The 1D connecting on Tyler Bate, not able to get the job done, so Jay, all reliable Uso splash, and he once again retains the Hardcore Championship.
Here is your winner, and still Action Champion,
And with that being said, who the hell is going to dethrone main event Jey Uso in this Hardcore Championship reign? We gotta think about that. But Jey Uso, and still Hardcore Champion here on Universe Mode in our main event of episode 15 of season 3 of Friday Night SmackDown. What a victory for main event Jey Usos. Ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude episode 15 of season 3 of SmackDown here in our WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to be on the lookout for more Universe Mode videos to come, as we are on the road to the Elimination Chamber and we are on the road to WrestleMania 2. What a episode. And with all that being said, this has been your boy Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Thanks as always to Wolf Harris of Wolf Den Wrestling Podcast for booking every single SmackDown and every SmackDown related match on PLEs. And with all that being said, this is Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.